Well, my beautiful people, we have yet again made it to another weekly roundup, which means Donald Trump has now been in office for only 36 weeks. He's got 172 weeks left to go. And of course, if you are counting down the days, it is 1,204 days until this broken little man-child is supposed to leave the White House. Now, of course, the weekly roundup is the part in the week where we gather up a whole bunch of different clips that don't necessarily touch on any particular topic, but it kind of gives us a way to catch up on anything we may have missed. And of course, we normally get to have a laugh or two as well. Now, this week in particular was kind of focused on that whole government shutdown thing. And before we go ahead and jump right into it, guys, I just need to remind everybody, it is the Republicans that control the House, the Senate, and the presidency, which means it is incumbent upon them to keep the government running. But that is not what they have decided to do here. They are not coming to the negotiating table in good faith, and now these fascist fucks are trying to play the blame game when it is they who do not know how to govern. So I want everybody to keep that in mind and tell everybody you know, because life is going to get a little bit harder for everyday Americans because, like I said, guys, these assholes do not know how to govern. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our first clip. Here we have Chris Wright, the Secretary of the Energy Department, and he's here to announce some brand new programs for, you guessed it, coal, baby. If you guys do appreciate my work and want to support the show, please do remember to subscribe.
We're announcing today expanded programs to help the American coal industry. And we're helping it just because for years it's been under assault. It was out of fashion with the Chardonnay set in San Francisco, Boulder, Colorado, and New York City, where I just was at Climate Week. But it's critical to America's industrial might.
Coal was out of fashion with the Chardonnay set of San Francisco. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I mean, come on, guys. I feel like everywhere we look in this administration, we are shooting ourselves in the foot over and over and over again. We're going to try to reinvigorate the coal industry, even though we know we have newer and better technology that produces more energy for less money. I mean, coming from the idiots who tried to tell us, you guys can't meddle in the energy markets. You can't subsidize that wind energy. You can't subsidize those solar panels. And now they're going to take that money and dump it into coal? I mean, we are shooting ourselves in the foot, people. We are the laughing stock from all around the world. People are looking at us and saying, what are these idiots doing? They are on a path backwards because these idiots are trying to go on some crusade against woke ideology. I mean, it is so damn pathetic. Let's go to move on to this clip, where you have the President of the United States posting this garbage on his social media.
Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit.
This is from the President of the United States. It is so gross on so many levels. First of all, it's just downright racist against Latinos in this country, trying to say that they can't speak English, that they don't know what the Democrats are talking about, but once they do find out what those Democrats are talking about, well, they're going to figure out they're just a whole bunch of woke pieces of shit anyway. It's playing on this whole great replacement theory, where they think that immigrants are flooding into the country to replace white voters. And you've got the President of the United States posting this shit? Are you kidding me? I mean, what are we doing here, guys? And it also, you get the Republicans being asked about this video in subsequent news interviews, and they're like, oh, no big deal. The president's just memeing, guys. It's just a bunch of laughs. It's just a bunch of jokes. This isn't funny. It's not funny at all. And you're just demeaning a whole group of people for what? So you can clown on the Democrats? I mean, get it together, people. Get it together. Let's go to move on to this clip, where you've got Brooke Rollins trying to sell the idea that Donald Trump is actually pro-farmer.
For so long, this country has been basically built on the backs of our farmers and our ranchers. The President Trump, has been the most pro-farmer president, perhaps in our lifetimes, perhaps in history.
How can these people look into the camera and say this shit with a straight face? We saw what Donald Trump did to the agriculture industry in his first term. He came into office and started all these trade wars. He destroyed many of their export markets, and now he's back into the office for a second time, and he's doing the same thing on overdrive. You've got China, who is no longer buying soybeans from our farmers. They've moved on to Brazil, I believe, is where they're buying all their soybeans from. And now you've got a whole bunch of farmers begging for a bailout because Donald Trump came into office and decided he was going to go to war with the rest of the world. And just because what? You're turning around and trying to provide them a bailout that somehow he's somehow pro-farmer? I mean, give me a fucking break. Donald Trump has been more catastrophic to our agriculture industry than any other president that I can think of. Just because you try to turn around and put a Band-Aid on it doesn't mean you love the farmers. It means that you placated the farmers, you told them what they wanted to hear just so you could get your ass elected for a second time. Let's go to move on to this clip where you've got Andy Harris comparing our military to China and Russia.
It's almost an entire generation of flag officers were put in place. And the reason why they got those promotions was they agreed with the woke policies of the Obama administration and then later the Biden administration. That time has got to be over. I guarantee you China and Russia do not have woke policies in their military.
Since when do Republicans like to compare American people, the American project, the American military to places like China and Russia? Do we want to emulate China and Russia? Last I checked, the United States has the greatest fighting force that the world has ever known. And a part of that is because we have a melting pot here in this country. And so we've got diverse people from all around the globe who come here and contribute to one of the best countries in the world. And now you've got the Republican Party shitting all over that because they want to go on the attack against DEI and affirmative action, and they're just racist of pieces of shit these days. And now you've got, what are we doing, guys? How many times have we heard these Republicans say, we don't want to be like Europe. We don't want to be like Scandinavia. And now you're using our adversaries as a benchmark for the best and greatest military the world has ever known? I mean, it just makes absolutely no sense to me, guys. No sense at all. Let's go ahead and move on to Newt Gingrich. However you pronounce his name, I always get that one wrong. But here he is talking about how Obama is responsible for making the United States a more racist country.
Really, with Obama and Biden, I mean, Obama was a major factor in creating a much more racist and much more dangerous America. And Biden, of course, was essentially Obama's third term.
This tells me much more about you than it does about Obama. Just because Obama was the first black president and he started shining a little bit of light on the racism that already existed in this country, now you're trying to blame him, saying that, oh, it was Obama, guys. He made things way more racist, way more dangerous in this country because he was shining a light on something that already existed. I mean, what an absolutely despicable thing to say. I mean, this is what the Republican Party has become. They feel like equality means oppression for the white folks. And it feels like time and time and time again, this is the type of shit coming out of their mouth. You know, this is something that we used to hear back when Obama was actually president, but I felt this particular thought creeping back into the zeitgeist. It is absolutely disgusting, and I think we need to point it out and push back against it every chance we get. It's just not true. It is just not true. Obama was probably the least divisive president that I've had in my lifetime. Let's go to move on to Scott Bessent, trying to blame Biden for soybeans.
And at the meeting in Geneva, when I asked them, why didn't you continue buying soybeans and the other products, they had one word. Guess what it was? Biden.
Biden. Oh, that sounds like malarkey. Come on, man. All right.
You know, when you've lost Joe Kernan, then you fucking lost the plot, bro. Yeah, you really sat down with China and you were discussing these soybean exports, these soybean imports to China, however you want to phrase that. Yeah, you were sitting down with your Chinese counterparts and you were talking about soybeans and they said, well, you know what? We're not buying any more of your soybeans because of Biden. I mean, who believes this shit? It makes absolutely no sense. China was buying soybeans up until about May of this year. And then Donald Trump threatened them with 145% tariffs. He started trade wars all around the world. And China looked at us and said, hey, you can go fuck yourselves. We are not putting up with this shit. We're going to go ahead and turn to Brazil. We'll just buy our soybeans from down there. And that is exactly what they did. So now you've got farmers in this country who have lost out on these markets that are probably never coming back. I mean, let's just be honest. They're not coming back. Let's go ahead and move on to Stephen Miller, where he is trying to cosplay, I guess you could say, is a wannabe badass.
You know, the gangbangers that you deal with, they think that they're ruthless. They have no idea how ruthless we are. They think they're tough. They have no idea how tough we are. They think that they're hardcore. We are so much more hardcore than they are. And we have the entire weight of the United States government behind us. What do they have? They have nothing behind them. So we are going to win. They are going to lose. We are going to rescue Memphis. And it will not only be safer than ever before, but businesses and investment are going to pour in.
I don't even know what to say about this ballsack looking motherfucker. I mean, nobody is picking a fight with you guys. It is you that are picking a fight with blue states and blue cities. He's talking about rolling the military in to Memphis, Tennessee. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the so-called thugs and gangbangers. What do they have? They got nothing. We got the full force of the United States government. What do you guys have? They're not picking a fight with you, bro. And to think that these guys are just going to roll into town and everybody's just going to mind their peace. Like, what are we doing here, guys? They get so bent out of shape when we say that they're fascists, when they're akin to the Nazis. Well, if you don't want to be called a fascist, then stop doing fascist shit. I mean, you've rolled troops into Portland based on videos that you saw from back in 2020. I mean, that is where we are today. You've got the president of the United States who is so just addled out of his mind that he doesn't even know what's going on in today's America. Either that or you've got pukes like Stephen Miller just bringing him old videos and saying, look, sir, look what's going on in Portland. We better send in the military. We got to show them some force. I mean, that's really where we are today. I mean, God, these people are so freaking irritating to me. I just cannot stand it. I cannot wait until a Democrat gets back into office and hold these assholes accountable. What we are seeing here is a decaying of our civil rights, of our fundamental rights that are supposed to be protected by our Constitution. And who is running all that? It's this ballsack-looking motherfucker, Stephen Miller. He's the one who is doing this shit to you guys. It's out of control. They are out of fucking control. And to go on to the last clip, guys, I thought this was excellent. Here you've got Madeleine Dean, and she is calling Mike Johnson out to his face. And, well, let's just go ahead and play the clip, and then we'll discuss afterwards.
The president is unhinged. He is unwell. What are you doing? A lot of folks on your side are, too. I don't control them. My God, please. That performance in front of the generals, I didn't see it. Is so dangerous. You know I serve on foreign affairs and appropriations. This is a collision of those two things. Our allies are looking elsewhere. Our enemies are laughing. I just left you have a president who is unwell.
We need more of this, guys. We need leadership out of the Democratic Party. We need more members, more Democrats who are going to step up and confront these people to their face. And to hear Mike Johnson here, oh, the president's unhinged. Well, you got a lot of unhinged people on your side, too. Are you kidding me? Was it the Democrats? Were they holding these town halls? Were they going into cities and, issuing these unhinged speeches and basically declaring war against their political foes? Was that the Democrats? Or was that the president of the United States, who stood in front of all of our military generals that they pulled from around the world, and he basically said that, you know what, guys? There's an invasion from within. We need to go after these blue cities, these blue states, and I'm basically giving you the green light to do whatever you want to do to take care of my problem for me. He was basically looking for a loyalty oath. And Mike Johnson wants to stand there and, oh, well, I saw some pretty crazy lefties on Twitter. That's really comparable to the... Give me a fucking break. And again, guys, we need more of this out of our Democratic Party. We need more people to confront these Republicans just like she did. These people, they must not be able to sleep at night, right? That is what I'm hoping, right? Like, there's no way you can look at what Donald Trump and his unhinged ballsack Stephen Miller is doing and think that it is okay. He has waged war against his political enemies. He's trying to come up with fabricated charges against James Comey. He's going after the free press. He tried to get Jimmy Kimmel knocked off the air. And these are just a couple of the things that are a fundamental attack on our protected rights in this country. You cannot tell me that Mike Johnson goes home at night and says, yeah, that must be all right. Is that really where we're at? We've got to see more of this, guys. We have to see more of these Republicans confronted to their face. Hold a mirror up to what is going on and make them account for it. I mean, I just don't know what else to say. The Democratic Party thus far has been weak. It has been feckless. I was very, I don't know what the right word is, maybe a little bit surprised that they actually followed through with this government shutdown. I think that is the right thing to do. I do not think that the Democrats should be complicit in funding this authoritarian takeover. So I am glad that they are standing strong there. Obviously, they are making it about healthcare and the ACA subsidies. Whatever the fight is, I'm here for it. We cannot fund this government. And most of all, guys, these Republicans need to be confronted. We have got to at least turn a few of them against this fascist administration, this authoritarian regime. So I was very happy to see Madeline Dean go after Mike Johnson directly to his face and kind of watch him squirm like the little beta bitch that he is, because he knows better. He knows that if he were to confront the facts on the ground, if he were to take an honest look at what this president is doing, he knows it's not okay. He fucking knows. So those are the clips that I had for you guys this week. It's been a week, has it not? I know there's a lot going on out there. The fall is finally here. The weather's getting a little bit colder. We are seeing kind of, they're kind of ramping up the authoritarian takeover, I feel like. We are seeing troops deployed to Portland. They're heading into Memphis. We already saw them in LA. We're seeing just heinous shit going on in Chicago right now. So I feel like, and I think I've mentioned this before, as Donald Trump gets more demented in his old age, and as he gets more unpopular in his approval ratings, I just think we're going to see these people get more and more and more unhinged. So unfortunately, I feel like it's going to get worse before it gets better. But the kind of silver lining in it all is that the American people are looking around and they do not like what they see. Poll after poll after poll shows that Donald Trump and this administration, they are underwater on every major issue. And I only think that those numbers are going to continue to trend down for Donald Trump and his fascist regime. So I will leave it there for now, guys. I hope everybody had a good week out there. I hope everybody has a good weekend. I do want to remind everybody, the Unfuck America tour is something that I am very passionate about. Like I said, we are trying to raise money to make it to our next stop. We are going to be heading down to AmFest in December. I am doing everything I can to try to make that trip. I think it's going to be the biggest, it's the Super Bowl for conservatives, basically. And so we're going to make it down there. Like I said, we've got a bar rented out down there. So hit the link in the description below. You can donate to the cause. You can sign up to volunteer. More importantly, I should have my Linktree updated relatively soon, so you guys can also buy tickets to the Unfuck America Tour event down in Phoenix in December. But I'll leave it there for now, guys. If you guys got anything out of this video, please do remember to smash that like button and subscribe. Maybe share with a friend or two. I'd very much appreciate that. We've got to build something here on the left that pushes back against this MAGA media machine that just launders all of this authoritarian nonsense for the Trump administration day in and day out. So if you do like what I do here, please do remember to smash that subscribe button. Of course, that is free. And if you guys want to go a step above and beyond that, you can become a member right here on YouTube for as little as $3 a month, or you can head over to politiscape.substack.com, where you can have my content delivered directly to your inbox every single day without the doom scrolling, without the algorithms. And the cool thing about Substack is that I actually own the data over there. So I will see you guys on the next one. Everybody take care of yourselves, be safe, and I'll see you next week.